see if, oh, we got one person in. Let's hang out a little bit and see if we start getting a few more in. Good morning, Only Claire, Rasmus, Yankees Outdoor Adventures, Gilbert Rod, Security Shark. I recognize some of these names. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So welcome to, let's see if we can get some better light. Welcome to my 100 subscriber special. I noticed this morning I'm up over about I'm at 113 right now, which is pretty exciting. I'm gonna have to start off probably with a shout out to Michael Fire and Yankees Outdoor Adventures and the communities that they've put together, because I was hitting it probably, I think maybe 75 a week or two ago. So this much growth that quickly was really, really, really exciting. So I appreciate all of y'all that have subscribed lately. I thought what we might be able to do is take a look at some questions, whatever. I figured a lot of y'all probably don't know me that have subscribed lately, so I'll take this chance to kind of get to know everybody. Let me just do something real quick here. Good morning, Backpacking with Jason, JAC Adventurer. Thank you very much. First live like a boss. I appreciate that. I'm going to try to see. Yes, this time around Travelog, hitting 100 feels really great. Like, it feels like something legitimate now, I guess, which is pretty exciting. Can y'all hear me okay? Am I too loud? Too quiet? What language besides my native language would I like to be fluent in? That is a good question. I feel like Spanish would probably be the most useful. So I don't know. I'm going to pull this up and turn off the volume so I can see the. I'm going to pull it up on my laptop so I can see the comments better. Okay. So yes, Ashley, what language besides my native language I like to be fluent in? I think Spanish, because I think that'd be the most useful living in the United States. I would also probably like to know French or Italian. So there you go, Security Shark. I think French would be awesome. It's a beautiful language. Looking through, let's see, Joran. Glad to see you, Joran. Try to see. There's Michael. I appreciate you showing up, Mike. You set off this string of events by commenting on a video like a week or so ago, so I really appreciate that. I started out with some shout outs to Michael and Yankee for the groups they've put together that have created this much support. I also wanted to give a big shout out to Gilbert Rod. I see him there in the chat. He did a shout out video the other day. I wasn't expecting a shout out so soon, and he gave me a shout out. And I know I saw at least one comment directly said, you know, I came over from Gilbert's channel, so I really appreciate that, Gilbert. That was pretty awesome and unexpected, but I definitely appreciate it. Oh, Yankees Outdoor Adventures. I'll have to get you the Blue Ranch. I will put it on there. I was rushing to get a few of them up before the live stream started. Yes, Michael, Gilbert is the man. I was watching some of his videos the other day. That's pretty neat. John Washington, Gilbert Rod, you should be able to see him in the chat. He gave me a shout out the other day. Excuse me. Uh, I think he appreciated my humor in Michael's live streams. I kind of act like the class clown over there, so. Only Claire is going to give Yankee a hard time about it. So I guess I'll tell you a little bit about myself for those of you who are new. If you've been in Michael's streams, you probably know I'm from Northern Alabama. You may know that I am an engineer by degree. Right now, I am working as a computer programmer, but I have an interview next week, so we'll see where that goes. Yes, only Claire. This is actually iced coffee, but it I like to drink out of a mug, so you know. Siddharth, hello from India. That is awesome. I love seeing people from all around the world. It's so cool. Security Shark, yeah, you got to step up your game. I mean, me and Wombat were making the jokes. The Yankee was in there making the jokes today, so. Did I miss one from Mountain Survival? Yes, Mountain Survival. Gilbert is a great guy. Okay, Rasmus. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. So about my channel, I started it a while back. I think in 2016, because I had been watching Sean Duras and Casey Neistat, and I just I had this desire, I guess, to see, um, what I could do, and like I really liked the editing, and that's kind of a two-way street because I don't really love editing because it takes so long, but getting it to a point where like I love editing to music, so that's it's pretty fun for me. Music is a huge deal to me. Anyways, so I do a lot of different things. I'm into drones, and I really like to travel. So I thought, why don't I started out just kind of showing people around my life. My first few vlogs are pretty rough, but then as I travel and I do something similar to what Michael does, finding things that are free to do in the local area but that are beautiful. I really enjoy that as well. So that's kind of my aspirations with the vlog would be to do something that would be at least a weekly vlog, and to have enough support that maybe I could share some products or something like that would be. I think that'd be pretty neat. One of my goals for this year is to hit 1,000. Um, it's kind of I know it's a stretch, but I'm going to push for it. So let me look back through this chat a little bit. Backpacking with Jason's. Am I going on any camping trips soon? I've got one scheduled for November. Me and a lot of folks I know are going down to the coast, down to the Gulf Coast to camp down there in November. So pretty excited about that. I hope maybe I can maybe kayak out on the ocean or something. So I will try to bring y'all along for that as well. Let's see. Looking back through. Yes, Yankees Outdoor Adventures. If you haven't seen Casey Neistat, it may not be your type of content, but the way he tells a story and his editing is out of this world. Fantastic. One of the best YouTubers out there. Courtney Edge, appreciate you popping in. All right, I was getting a little behind on the chat, so I was trying to catch up there. Mountain Survival, you've got family in Alabama. Okay, I've heard of Weiss Lake. I'm not sure where it is in connection to me, but that's really neat. Hey, Michael, the stream was fun, but I think that's part of that's your fault partly. You know, you were the wild turtle wrangler over there on the playground. Okay, Mount Survival, Central Alabama. I gotcha. Yeah, I'm pretty far north. I'm about an hour away from the border with Tennessee. Well, thank you. This time around, travel vlog. I appreciate that. Well, I will take the opportunity to make Michael jealous and show y'all my toy that I got recently, and I haven't actually been able to use it for a vlog yet. So this is my Mavic Pro, and I am super excited to get to use this for some footage. Yes, only Claire. I do plan on doing more live streams. I'm not sure what kind of schedule I'll be on, but I will try to do this on a semi-regular basis. I mean, it's a lot easier. You don't have to edit it. So this is the drone, and it's super portable. I had a Phantom 1. I still do. Actually, you can see I repair and resell drones, so I've got I'm pretty excited about because I was really into vlogging, and then I got the drone, and then it's just been super busy, especially in May. It was a super busy month. I was gone almost every weekend in May and early June. So, anyways, I told Michael the other day I'm looking forward to going back to some of those waterfalls that you may have seen in my vlogs, and reshooting with a better camera, because the one I had, the camera was fixed. So when you turn the drone, it does this, and it makes the shots really unstable. Okay. Yankee, I don't have a huge problem with the batteries. I haven't had a lot of issues with that. I mean, I haven't had this one for a really long time, but I flew my Phantom 1 quite a bit, and sometimes you can get a bad battery. I don't know. It just depends. But they're doing better with their batteries. I think um, the Mavic 2 is coming out, and it's supposed to have like 32 minutes of battery life, so they're getting better for sure. Thank you, Gilbert. Yeah, we've got some great people here, and hopefully we'll have an entertaining stream. I'm not sure I'm going to go the full hour that Michael does right now. I'm thinking maybe about half hour right now, so which we are well into that. Okay, this time around travel log. Yeah, I understand. I made do with what I could for a while with a GoPro strapped on this drone up here, and it was permanently mounted, fixed right here, and so it worked, and it got some pretty cool footage, but it was so shaky, and so I'd just have to go through and try to see where I could cut sections. Yes, only Claire. They do run pretty expensive. I was lucky enough someone had crashed the Mavic Pro, and it needed a new camera. So he sold the drone for $200, and the new camera cost about $250. So for about $450, I got a drone that would have cost me $700 or $800. So that was really cool. How long does it last? I'm getting probably 15 minutes out of my batteries right now. Um, I'm not sure. I haven't experienced or heard a lot about the drones not lasting super long. Usually that's an issue with the batteries. Not sure. What kind of drone do you have, Yankee? I'd be curious. Because I know you can get some decent footage out of, I mean, because they're getting better and better. I'm sorry if I'm behind on the chat. I'm learning it's hard to keep up with it on the phone, so I've got it pulled up on my laptop, but my laptop is running behind the stream. DX4 sharper image. Okay, I'll have to look at that. Yes, time flies, Michael. Time flies when you're having fun. Um, Apparently, it flies uh, when I'm running my mouth too. If y'all have any questions about, I've kind of ran through the channel. Um, so one thing I've tried to do with my channel is I was kind of inspired by um, Peter McKinnon, and the thing I noticed about him is that he provides value to the viewer, and that's in any business model. You have to provide value to your customer or your viewer or whatever. So entertainment is value, but if you can provide something extra like tutorials or you know I do some DIY projects or I'll review some products. So those go in a separate category than my vlogs. But I'm hoping that that those sorts of things, one, show up better in the search results, and two, that I'm providing some value, more than just, hey, tag along with my life, because that's I'm you can find adventure in everyone can find adventure in their lives, but my everyday life isn't all that exciting sometimes. So let's look here. Did I say what editing program I use? No. So when I first started, I used Windows Movie Maker on a Dell laptop, and that has been it's no longer supported on Windows. So I was struggling to find something. I used Hit Film Express, or I downloaded it, and my laptop wasn't fast enough to run that heavy duty editing program. So last night when I was editing, my wife has a MacBook Air, and I was editing in iMovie. It's got some features that are better than what I was used to, and some that, because in Movie Maker you could say exactly how much or how little you wanted to speed it up, and the in iMovie you can only speed it up to like 2x, 4x, 8x, and 20x, and so you don't have, if you need your clip to be a certain length, it's kind of hard to do that. So you just have to cut off some. So thanks for coming by, Security Shark. Hope to see you soon. My dogs, they are outside. I'm in my office, and they are closed out for now, so that I'll try to put them on the stream someday. Yes, sir, Yankee. I'm in the Twitter group. I don't know what other groups. If you've got other groups like Facebook groups or whatever, I'll look into those. If y'all can shoot me a link or tell me where to look. Nate Gordon, nice to see you. I'm sorry if you've been in the chat for a while and I missed you. That's something I've got to work on, is making sure I say hi to everybody that shows up, because it's always nice to know that. I appreciate all of you being here. It looks like there's 12 of you right now, and I appreciate that. Thanks. It's always cool to have however many people want to show up and hang out with you for a little bit. Gilbert, I was using Movie Maker on my laptop. Now I'm all mobile with Starlink Power Director. Okay, I've edited on or a little bit on a phone before, and I just didn't feel like I could. I feel like a mouse gives me more precision when I'm trying to make my cuts, and so that's kind of where I've went with that. And iMovie is not too bad. It definitely, one of the things that I was struggling with is iMovie didn't give you a lot of control over your audio. Like if you wanted to split the audio off of your clip, or if you wanted to um, change how long the fade in and fade outs on the audio were, and iMovie gives you some of those capabilities. So panicked videos. It's nice to see y'all. Only Claire, editing is a bummer. Yes, I released a 4-minute video. If y'all haven't checked that out, please do. It's just the first leg of the journey. I've got we were up there I think for 4 days or so. So I've got some pretty cool content. We saw a castle. We saw a lighthouse, and yes, Michael, I do need my Monica. Um, my wife is actually working on a project in the garage right now. She's refurbishing a cabinet for her plates. Um, let's see, what was I saying? Oh, so we were up there. We saw the castle. We saw um, a lighthouse. We went on a tour through Boston, which was pretty cool. There's so much history there, and we were there for like 1 or 2 hours. So that's crazy. Um, yes, Yankee, it is hard to keep up with the chat. The more you get, the harder it gets. Yes, that's. I think that was it Pusa Studios where they have both of them. They are so good about like one of them's talking and one of them's focusing on the chat, so they do really good there. Cab7, thank you. I appreciate it. Good luck on your stream. Um, Gilbert, if I could travel anywhere in the world, where would I go? I think one of my first. I've been when I was younger. We went across the. We were in California. We went across the border into Mexico. So technically, I've been in Mexico. I if I could go anywhere, I think it would probably be Scotland. I absolutely love castles, and I feel like if you're going to go out of the country, going somewhere where, for me, where English is the common language, would be easier to get used to being out of the country where at least everybody can understand you. Although I know that for the most part, somebody speaks English in most countries if you're in the business district or whatever. So I want to travel a lot of places. Well, probably a bucket list item that is incredibly expensive, but I would love to do is I think there's a Rhine River cruise in Germany, and you can stop off at like castles that dot the river. That would be a dream come true. So hopefully I'll get out of the country one of these days. Adam Outdoors, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I was not expecting to hit 100 so fast. I really appreciate it. Only Claire, yes, I probably should be filming what she's doing. She actually runs her own blog that she doesn't want me to release a link to right now. But so she's taking pictures of the process, and she'll post that. Um, Panicked, I understand. I appreciate you stopping by. If you can't stay for long, that's all right. This time around, Travelog, thank you for coming. I understand. Well, Jordan says you would like hiking the King's Trails. Where's that at, Jordan? Yes, I need to get more into hiking. I get tired pretty quick because I'm out of shape, but I need to work on that. Adventure quests are awesome, and to have a goal to hit those castles would be life changing. Yeah, I mean it would be incredible. I was lucky enough to see this castle when we were up in New Hampshire that obviously it doesn't have the history, but it was really really cool. And going to locations like that always makes me want to like film, some kind of story I wrote or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. But um, castle, I don't know. Medieval history has always been like one of my favorite things growing up. In games like Age of Empires and stuff, that's kind of my niche for where I really like the history. I like history all over the place though. Give a Rod, absolutely historical sites. My parents have traveled a lot, and they've went to places like like Yorktown and stuff like that. And I really want to kind of tour through New England and see a lot of the Revolutionary history. I know down here we have a lot more of the Civil War history, and just sites like that. It's always just crazy to think what all went on at these places, and you're walking where famous people might have walked. It's pretty cool. Where am I right now, Yankee? I live in northern Alabama, close to Huntsville, the Rocket City. We have Redstone Arsenal here, and that there's a lot of engineering, computer science, that sort of thing, because we have NASA, Marshall Space Flight Center, and we also have a lot of stuff with the Army. Right now, I work as a computer programmer, um, working on logistics applications for the Army. So I my specific location, I am in my office. It's a bit of a mess, but thankfully, camera angle is everything. 100 is just the start of a whole new adventure. Yes, Adam Outdoors, it is, and I hope so. Um, well, I think I'm going to wind it down. I don't want to just ramble on forever. I will try to wind it up by about 10:40. Um, Joran, northern part of Sweden, in Abisko. It's a short part of the trail. Okay, yeah, I would love to visit all the countries in Europe at some point. So um, that would be awesome. Get good ranking on historical videos. I could see that. There's me. I try to think of like what would people be looking up. So that's awesome. I appreciate that. Excuse me. Lighthouse is possible on our honeymoon trip. Made it to 12 and 18 days. That's awesome. My mom was really into lighthouses, and one of the things I'm looking forward to is now that I've got the new drone, if I'm able to go to a lighthouse that doesn't prevent me from flying, you can do the really cool shots where you like circle the lighthouse. You keep the shot focused on the lighthouse but rotate around it. I'm literally looking forward to some stuff like that. So when you travel to Massachusetts, let me know. Maybe we can meet up for some visits. Gilbert, absolutely. Yeah, if you may recognize a little bit. I flew into Boston, obviously in my last video, and then we visited Boston. And my wife has family up there, so I'm sure I'll be back in Massachusetts at some point. Nate Gordon, got to head out. Thank you for stopping by. Yankees, great first stream, my friend. Thank you for inviting us, and a special thank you to that adventure group and best. Thank you so much, Yankee. Looks like I'm about 1 minute out. You're with me on what, Michael? Thank you, Panic. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jack Adventurer. I really appreciate that. I will stream again. Siddharth, thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by. Um, I'll take. I appreciate anybody from any country stopping by. It's always exciting to see people from all over the world. All right, well, that about wraps it up. I really appreciate y'all stopping by. Thank you so much for subscribing and following along on our adventure. Let's see, great stream. Thank you for sharing your time. Well, thank y'all for sharing your time. I really appreciate it. I hope you got to know me a little bit better. And it's always, I know that it's like Michael said the other day, once you know somebody, like their content means different. So thank you so much, Adam Outdoors, for sharing that. Okay. Only Claire, yeah. They would make good mods, so I'll keep that in mind. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. On my road to 1,000 this year. We'll see if we get there, and hopefully you know me a little bit better. And I'll see y'all guys around. Thank you so much.